Good morning. My name is Henry Chidgey, and this is my Wednesday morning memo. I was recently asked a question by one of my followers, and I want to answer it in this Wednesday morning memo today. The question was, how do I approach a discussion about a plan or process that my colleagues seem to support, but I see flaws in it? And I'm going to reframe the question just a little bit. I'm going to say the question is how to have potentially uncomfortable conversations. And then to start since I'm not able to interact with the person who submitted the question, I'm going to make a few assumptions in my answer. And the first assumption is that I am a stakeholder in the outcome or result that this process is going to be applied to. A second assumption is I'm not the formal leader of this group of colleagues. And my third assumption is that I and my colleagues have opportunities for group discussions and collaborations. So, with all those assumptions in place and back to the original question, how to have potentially uncomfortable conversations, this is how I would suggest it works, is that I start in the meeting or in the collaboration I'm having with my colleagues, and I start with, hey, I'd like to talk about this plan or process that we're using in order to achieve this outcome that we're working on. And, they nod their heads and you say, I wonder if it'd be okay to get into the details and nuts and bolts of that a little bit. I have some ideas about that, how we might be able to improve it. And then, so there's an agreement in the group. You have consensus in the group that it's okay to talk about that. And now you can start to talk about, in looking at that, this is what I see us doing. And these are the three things I think we can enhance that to get better outcomes. Or this is a couple of steps in here that I think have some unintended consequences if we actually use those and not use something else. And then leave room for a real conversation to occur with your colleagues. And be willing and listen in a way that you might very well be persuaded that the process they have is the optimal process at this point in time, or there may be other ideas come up from other participants that you can say, and you can become a champion for those because they sound even better to you than what you had thought about. So it's this being willing to be a leader in the moment, and that's actually what you're doing in that moment when you bring up this subject, is you are leading the group in a discussion about a particular process or procedure, but you're always referring to what it is, the purpose of that, why that process or procedure exists, and what's the outcome that all of you have agreed on that you're up to. So take this out in the world. Have fun with it. I want to thank my follower for asking the question. And if you have questions like this, I certainly would appreciate them coming in. I do enjoy dealing with a real issue. And this has been my Wednesday morning memo. And take it out. Have fun with it. Bye-bye.